City Council meeting of November 19th, 2018 order. We do have a quorum. Let's please stand and pledge to the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. All individuals are asked to either silence or turn off cell phones, pages, or other electronic devices that may disrupt the meeting. Approval of the agenda. Approve the agenda as posted in accordance with the open meeting law, and here place all agenda items on the table for discussion. What is the wish of the council?
Move to approve.
Second.
Got a motion by Councilmember Lundberg, second by Councilmember Liljegren to approve the agenda. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Approval of the minutes, the special work session meeting of November 5th, 2018, and the regular meeting of November 5th, 2018, and the canvass of elections of November 8th, 2018. What is the wish of the council?
Mr. President, I'd like to move to approve the minutes with a correction. It has the paving project on there as a unanimous vote, I believe.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm looking for it, and I voted against that, so that should be 7-1.
Motion's been made by Hanson. To have a second?
Second.
Second by Councilmember Knopfler for approval with the correction. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Approval of the bills for checks number 99582 through 99723 totaling $254,901.55. What's the wish of the council?
I'll make a motion to approve. Second.
Got a motion by Councilmember Gushik, second by Alderman Hercock to approve the bills. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Awards, donations, presentations, and proclamations. Under awards, we got Little Falls Fire Relief Association thermal imaging camera, accept from the Fire Relief.
Good evening. Craig Seelan, Little Falls Fire Relief Association Treasurer. Chief Neiman and I are here tonight to make a donation from the Relief Association to the city in regard to a thermal imaging camera. As you guys know, the Relief Association does fundraising mainly through our annual raffle. This year, the department was in need of a new thermal imaging camera at the cost of $8,245.95. We received a donation from Centerpoint Energy for $2,000, and the Relief Association agreed to pay for the remainder of the cost, $6,245.95. So we're here tonight to present a check to the city in that amount. If you guys have any questions about the camera, we still have our old camera, but technology is always getting better, so we'll have two to use. It can be used for search and rescue. It can be used for overhaul, things like that.
Yeah, we, excuse me, the one that we have right now is presently about 12 years old, and I think we paid like $12,000 to $13,000. This is a lot more compact unit. It's got more pixels. It shows the resolution a lot better, so it gives us, so it's not as bulky as the old one. We can put it on our gear, and it hangs right here, so it's a smaller unit, but the resolution is a lot better, and it's just not as clumsy. So with that being said, and like Craig said too, also we're going to have two of them now, so we can equip them in two different trucks.
Is that something that could be used with the police department too, as far as trying to find somebody with the heat imaging or thermal sensing?
Search and rescue, we can also use it. Yeah, we can use it for that. We can use it even at the city works for heat loss. You know, you can see around the windows and stuff where you lose your heat. I know Greg has borrowed it a couple times at the library there, and we use it for that too. So
nice.
Many different uses on it, but you know, it's very nice that the Relief Association forks out some money for something like this, and that's what we do our raffles for. So
keep buying the tickets.
Yep.
Yeah,
I do.
Hopefully he win. Okay, you're ahead of the game. There's quite a few people in here that are ahead of it. I'm not looking at one particular.
Not mentioning Lori.
But yeah, so, and again, later on, we'll, the truck deal too, which you went over, so, yeah, it's good to be able to do that, so.
Well, thank you to the Relief Association. You guys do a great job, and we appreciate that.
Thank you. It's great working with you guys, and yeah.
Thank you very much, guys.
Press isn't here, you should have a picture of that.
Yeah, that's an A.
What is the wish of the council?
I'll make a motion to accept the donation.
Second.
Got a motion by Councilmember Hanson, second by Alderman Hercock, to accept the donation from the Fire Relief Association. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Water Fluoridation Quality Award 2017, Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. Mr. Mayor?
I have a certificate here for the Water Fluoridation Quality Award for Little Falls, Minnesota. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention commends this water system for its consistent and professional adjustment of the fluoride content to the recommended level for oral health for 12 consecutive months in 2017. High-quality water fluoridation, as demonstrated by this water system, is a safe and effective method to prevent tooth decay and improve the oral health of all community residents. So congratulations once again to the Water Fluoridation Quality Award.
What's the wish of the council?
Make a motion to accept. Second.
Got a motion by Alderman Hercock, second by Councilmember Knopfler to accept the award. Any discussion? All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Proclamation, General Aviation Month. Proclaim, Mayor.
Okay, I'm going to read the proclamation. Whereas the city of Little Falls, Minnesota has significant interest in the continued vitality of general aviation, aircraft manufacturing, aviation educational institutions, aviation organizations, and community airports. And whereas general aviation and local airports, including the Little Falls Morrison County Airport, have an immense economic impact on the city of Little Falls. And whereas Minnesota is the home to 135 public system airports, which serve 12,483 pilots and 5,679 registered and airworthy aircraft. And whereas Minnesota is the home to 111 fixed-based operators, 50 repair stations, 83 heliports, 13 Federal Aviation Administration approved pilot schools, 2,466 flight students, and 2,679 flight instructors. And whereas general aviation in Minnesota contributes over $5.3 billion to the state's economy annually, and whereas general aviation not only supports Minnesota's economy, it improves overall quality of life by supporting emergency medical and healthcare services, law enforcement, firefighting, disaster relief, and by transporting business travelers to their destinations quickly and safely. And whereas the nation's aviation infrastructure represents an important public benefit, and congressional oversight should be in place to ensure stable funding of this system. Now, therefore, I, Gregory J. Zilka, Mayor of Little Falls, do hereby proclaim general aviation a vital strategic resource to the city of Little Falls and declare November 2018 to be General Aviation Appreciation Month. And at the same time, I'd like to mention, I'd like to dedicate this to a employee that we recently lost, Dennis Callhammer. I just need to take a breath. I know that he was very involved in this and very dedicated to it and helped donate some time flying. So thank you, Dennis.
Thank you. Consent agenda. Animal Control Report, October 2018 receive. Application to conduct excluded bingo, State of Minnesota Good Sam Club, Morrison County Fairgrounds, approve. Fire Report, October 2018 receive. Heritage Preservation Commission minutes, November 2018 receive. Morrison County Attorney's Prosecution Report, September and October 2018 receive. Police reports, September and October 2018 receive. Post and advertise engineering technician, water distribution position, authorized. Public Works report, October 2018 receive. Temporary road closing, sidewalk display or promotion, CHI St. Gabriel's Health, May 9th, 2019 approve. Wastewater report, October 2018 receive. Water report, October 2018 receive. What is the wish of the council on the consent?
I'll make a motion to approve the consent agenda.
Got a motion by Councilmember Gushik, second by Councilmember Liljegren to approve the consent. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Public hearings and lettings. Under lettings, we got 2019 Ford Interceptor Squad, Nelson Auto Center, Fergus Falls. Ward, Chief.
Good evening. The police department is requesting authorization to purchase a new police vehicle for 2019. We're doing this a little differently this year. Normally, I would wait till after the first of the year, but they changed the 2020 model year, and it's considerably more expensive. With that being said, the 2019s became unavailable very quickly, and the price difference is substantial, so agencies were buying them up quickly. I had made contact with Nelson Auto Center in Fergus Falls, and they had reserved a couple extra units. So I talked to John, and we got some prices together, and tonight I'm requesting authorization to purchase 2019 Interceptor for $31,225. It would be for next year, and we would not be billed. The vehicle isn't built yet, but we would be billed next year, the 2019 budget, or from the 2019 budget, we would pay for it. But normally, I would wait till after the first, but with the situation, we can save quite a bit of money if we would go ahead with that now. So.
What's the wish of the council?
Move to award.
Second.
Got a motion by Councilmember Lundberg, second by Councilmember Hanson to approve the award to bid to Nelson Auto Center in Fergus Falls. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. 2019 GMC Sierra pickup, Nelson Auto Center, Fergus Falls. Award, Fire Chief.
The Little Falls Fire Department is looking for authorization for a 2019 GMC 3/4 ton pickup. It's in replacement of a 1985 Dodge pickup that we've been gimping along for quite some time now. Actually, the pickup that it's replacing is not owned by the city of Little Falls. Back in the 90s, we actually, I think it's like a lease program or something from the DNR, that we get these vehicles. We can use them as long as we want. It doesn't cost them anything, but then once we get done with them, we take them back to Willow River, and they do whatever they want to with them. So we're looking at replacing the 1985. It's just not roadworthy anymore. It's all over the road, and it's a hazard. So we figured we'd like to do it right now. I know it's not budgeted for until 2020, I believe, but the cost is $29,736. The Little Falls Relief Association, as with the Thermal Energy Cameron, is willing to donate $15,000 for the pickup, and we do have that in our equipment fund as of right now, so we're good on the cost of that. It's about 120 days out. We'd like to get it now, get it ordered now, so we can get it equipped for the spring grass fires and stuff. Any questions?
Is that a crew cab then?
It's going to be a cab, a double cab. Otherwise, we go with the crew cab, it gets a little bit long when we're trying to maneuver around a little bit, but it'll hold the skid rig. What we're going to do is take the skid rig out of the one that we do have on the west side over there. We do have a grass rig right now on the east side. We also have it on the west side. It'll replace the one on the west side, so. That's what we're looking at.
Any other questions? It's a wish to the council.
I make a motion to approve.
Second.
Got a motion by Mayor Zilka, second by Councilmember Knopfler, to award the bid for the 2019 GMC Sierra pickup to Nelson Auto out of Fergus Falls. Any discussion?
As president, once again, I would thank the Fire Relief Association for their help in purchasing.
Anyone else? Hearing none, all in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Resurface tennis courts, Surface Pro LLC out of Anoka. Greg?
Yeah, this evening, we're asking the council to approve the quote of $15,600 from Surface Pro to resurface the tennis courts on the west side. In 2018, we did budget $25,000 for these repairs. We attempted to get 2 quotes. Unfortunately, the second quote that we requested did not provide us one, and so we are trying to move forward and get this completed. It will be completed in 2019, but we did budget for it in 2018, and so those funds will be used for that project.
It's the wish of the council.
Make a motion to approve.
Second it.
Got a motion by Mayor Zilka, second by Councilmember Gushik, to approve the resurface of the tennis courts. Any discussion?
Greg, my understanding is that will be striped also for pickleball,
That is correct, yes.
which I've been getting numerous requests from residents
Yep.
that we do that. And is there any other plans to, now this one's on the west side, correct?
This one's on the west side,
Any
yes.
plans of possibly doing that, or do we not own, are those all schools?
Those are all school courts on the east side.
Maybe they would.
About the one in North Pine Grove.
That one, right now, we don't have the nets on just because of the condition of the courts. But the one that we'll be resurfacing is over by Lincoln School.
Didn't we just do something to that one here a few years ago?
Lincoln School, yeah, that was down in 2000 and, what year was that? Quite a few years ago. 2008 is when we did that one, in '08.
Nice.
I don't think it's been that long since we... Okay, there's a motion and a second on the table. Any other discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Old business, ordinance number 12, 7 series, amend city chapter code 5 and 7. Greg?
Yeah, this evening, we talked about it a little bit last time. This evening, we're asking the council to approve ordinance number 12, which deals with Chapter 5, the sign regulations, as well as Chapter 7, the curb and gutter, street painting and coloring. Specifically in the Chapter 5 section, we're looking at the regulations in terms of signs, how far they can stick out from the building before they've got to be up considerably higher, as well as the setback requirements for signs. When we combined a number of the zoning requirements together, specifically the business districts, we had 3 of them previously, we went down to 2. In the downtown district, the setbacks for buildings are at 0 foot, but the setback for a standalone sign was back at 10 feet. So that didn't make a whole lot of sense. We're looking at revising that so that, again, the building and the sign setback are at the 0 foot like they were previously. In the Chapter 7 portion of it, we're looking at adding some language so that easily non-removable substances such as chalk would not be classified as, what the heck would they call it there? Defacing the sidewalk. So just some things to clean up and make it a little bit easier for staff here as well as folks in the community.
What's the wish of the council?
I'll make a motion to approve.
Second.
Got a motion by Councilmember Gushik, second by Councilmember Lundberg to adopt ordinance number 12. Discussion? Hearing none. Ordinance, call a roll, please.
Krukak.
Yes.
Gushik.
Yes.
Lundberg. Yes. Zilka.
Yes.
Hanfler.
Yes.
Liljegren. Yes. Knopfler.
Yes.
Hanson.
Yes.
Carries.
Resolution 2018-75A, accept petition and order feasibility report, surface and/or utility improvements, Block 22, Water and Power Company Edition Number 2. Greg?
Yeah, this is basically the same resolution that we passed at our last meeting. Mr. Hanson and I had a discussion in regards to the percentage of the petitioning properties. I had a math error in that one, so I wanted to correct that and get that correct. The correct number is the 35.8%, and so this resolution reflects that accurate number. So this is just a call for the feasibility report, much like the last one, but it has the correct numbers in there for that project.
What's the wish of the council? Motion?
I'll make a motion.
Second.
A motion by Council Member Liljegren, second by Mayor Zilka, to approve Resolution 2018-75A. Any discussion?
Well, Mr. President, with the revelation of the incorrect math, this petition project is less than 50% of the adjacent property owners. For these, just my personal view, I have a pretty low threshold. You get 50%, half or better of your neighbors to agree to be assessed, and I'm for it. In this case, they fall short of that. So as 2 weeks ago, I will be voting against this.
As I mentioned in the last meeting too, it's the gravel avenues, streets, everything on the west side is up to me. Should broaden the scope quite a bit and go above and beyond what we are here to get the west side fixed up. There's lots of gravel roads over there. It's just pure maintenance with the graders running on them. The time wasted back dragging, keeping everything on and off the tar, sweeping, cleaning. It's time to get into the 20th century and start paving some roads.
Well, I don't disagree with you, Mr. President. I mean, there's plenty of roads that need to be done over there, so let's do the ones where people want it and are willing to pay the assessments.
None of them want it, they just want to use it. That's the same. The only reason they're not signing is because they don't want to pay the assessment, but yet they'll drive on the next one that's tarred. So,
That, and I think we could look at other options here too. I mean, do we need to go full curb and gutter on everything? I don't have curb and gutter on my street and we get by just fine. I mean, I think we could do more if we just look at, let's lay some asphalt down and call it good.
We'll look at that. We'll look at that through the feasibility report, but just as a general discussion, the west side unfortunately has a higher water table and it has a higher silt content in terms of the soil. So when you get a rain event, it's going to hold that water a lot longer. On the east side over by where you live, when you get a rain event, you could probably take your hose out in the yard and it's going to drain away right away. All the way up to about 7th Avenue or 8th Avenue on the east side, you've got good sand that'll drain away like that. Once you go up the hill on the east side, you get that heavier clayier sand. It doesn't drain away. So you need to have storm sewer in there to be able to capture that water and drain it away. The west side unfortunately doesn't have that luxury or that benefit that we'd be able to go without that curb and gutter.
Okay, and then just to further clarify, like I said, if I'm not against doing some streets. The one, they lump in 2 avenues and an alley. On that one particular avenue being 7th, not one of the adjacent property owners signed the petition.
Correct.
any other discussion? Hearing none, resolution, call the roll, please.
Gushik?
Yes.
Lundberg? Yes. Zilka?
Yes.
Hanfler?
Yes.
Liljegren?
Yes.
Knopfler?
Yes.
Hanson?
No.
Hurkok?
Yes.
Carries.
New business, funding upfront request and additional funding request, otter exhibit, Friends of Pine Grove Zoo, consider. John?
Yes, we heard from Martina in the work session about the progress of the otter exhibit at the zoo. They are very far along in the project, but have experienced some additional unexpected costs towards the project, as well as they have a funding resource from Pine Country Bank for $50,000, but it's made in contributions of $10,000 per year for 5 years. So they would like to have the city finance that portion up front, and they would return the contribution as it's made to them back to us. And the additional balance of the cost of the project totaling $131,000 of additional support from the city. So our net additional contribution would be around 81,000 less after the total $50,000 from Pine Country Bank came back to us.
What's the wish of the council?
I'll make a motion to approve.
Second.
Got a motion by Mayor Zilka, second by Alderman Hercog for approval. Discussion?
I'm just wondering do we need to update the action item? I mean, as the item is listed here, it talks about the $50,000
Yes,
up front.
Yeah, I believe the memo listed was only in regards to that $50,000 upfront. As we were talking about presenting this, that was part of the, what we felt we could move forward with the presentation last week. We ultimately pulled all of that discussion before the meeting last week. So this would, unless you wanted to take them as two separate items, we could move it forward that way. So,
I think it should be two separate items.
yeah.
I agree.
So I suppose who made the
Well,
motion?
they made a motion to for funding.
50,000, right?
So you want to amend your motion to fund the upfront request from Pine Country
Correct, I thought that's what it was.
and additional funding?
I think it's listed as both in the agenda items, it is listed as both. Plus, if you want to discuss and vote on it as two separate, you need to.
Well, are we really going to deny giving them the extra money and cancel the project, or are we going to run it through as one?
I'm comfortable with one motion. And
Brad, you comfortable with one motion?
Yes, I am.
Okay. So it's on the table. Any other discussion?
I was just going to say that I was talking to a teacher from Hollingford who visited the zoo and how he appreciated it. He said it was just so much better, and he compared it to the Brainerd Zoo. And he says the Little Falls one is just so much better, he said. And it's starting to, the word's getting out there that, you don't just see animals in a pen. Here you can actually see them in an environment, so just commending you for that.
Any other discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Petition vacate alley, Block 3, Rothwell's Addition, Dollar General Store, receive. Greg?
Yeah, this evening, we're asking the council to receive the petition to vacate the alley in the Rothwell's Addition, Block 3. It's in the 800 block, and you've got an exhibit. It's basically right across from Bethel Lutheran Church on the west side over there, but tonight we're asking you to receive that petition.
Just the wish of the council.
Make a motion to receive the petition.
second.
Got a motion by Alderman Hergog, second by Council Member Liljegren to receive. Any discussion? All in favor? Signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Carried. Any reports? Announcements? We'll adjourn.